back, everyone. We got new details on SeaWorld's decision to end its killer whale show at their San Diego theme park. SeaWorld has faced intensifying criticism over the treatment of its killer whales. Now, the company announced that a new exhibition for the business is going to be unveiled in 2017. A former orca trainer spoke to my colleague, Andrea Mitchell, about what this all means. Take a look.
If SeaWorld stopped their killer whale breeding program and their forced artificial insemination program, they could evolve into a park such as Universal Studios, who have these incredible rides where you could still have an immersive experience and teach people about marine life and not have to have caged animals for your entertainment and for profit.
Joining me now is Dr. Reese Halter, who is a conservation biologist. Reese, great to see you. And SeaWorld announced it's ending this killer whale show in San Diego, but replacing it with an expanded exhibition. We've got the CEO of the company saying this, quote, "We start everything by listening to our guests and evolving our shows to what we're hearing." And so far, that's what we've been hearing in California. They want experiences that are more natural and more experiences that look more natural in the environment, but it's not universal across our properties. What do you make of this concession, Reese, about how they're doing for San Diego, but not in other spots?
Yeah, Thomas, the writing's on the wall. Last month, I covered the California Coastal Commission. They're ruling that captivity and breeding is over. Now we have Congressman Adam Schiff, who will introduce a bill to end captive breeding of orcas. And they're just trying to repurpose themselves. Really, what we're talking about is animal slavery. And it's not just animal slavery. These are the most intelligent creatures, maybe, on the globe. There's three populations. They do the dance better than any global creature that we know. And it's time to hashtag empty the tanks, baby.
And Reese, so the documentary Blackfish, that really got everybody to take a critical look at the way orcas respond in captivity. And now with the announcement to the show, do you think that this is a real win? The traction is laid for animal rights activists?
Oh, absolutely. And I think what's going to happen, you're going to see pretty quickly, Thomas, across the nation, they will be emptying the tanks. The rulings are going to come in. And as for their future, I don't know, don't really care. I would say that the experience is this. If you can't get on a boat to go on the ocean, get yourself a BBC Wild and watch these things. Watch my old hero and friend Jacques Cousteau, because to know the ocean, you begin to love it. And when you love something, you protect it.
And we were seeing one of the aerial shots there that showed the crowds not as big as they used to be coming to these theater parks. Do you think, though, that SeaWorld, even though this isn't working in San Diego, that they have San Antonio or Orlando to fall back on?
No, I think the message is very clear across the board that this is slavery. It's torture, and people are uninterested. And the more bad press they get, the more they're going to cop it. Look, their share price has tumbled. It's tumbled in half, and it's going to tumble in half again. So they're scurrying.
When you say repurpose themselves and figure out what that means, what does it mean for their business model? Because there are families out there that are going to say that they have learned tremendously about animals through the service that SeaWorld has provided their kids.
Well, they've learned whatever they've been told, but that, nature is a wild system. Again, these new documentaries that BBC does and Discovery does and Nat Geo, where we see these creatures in the wild, that's where the real comprehension of what's going on. I don't know. I've never been to SeaWorld. I wouldn't go there if my life depended on it, so I don't know what kind of propaganda they're giving. But these animals are penned up. And Thomas, their teeth, they're trying to commit suicide. They're gnashing their teeth until they have no teeth. This is heresy, and it's wrong.
Dr. Reese Halter. Reese, great to see you. Thanks for your time.
Thanks.
All right.